good morning viewers. You're watching NewsX and I'm Kriti Mehta. We're starting with the latest updates coming in regard to the Israel-Iran war. And in the latest breakings, 2 Indian seafarers have died and 1 has been reported missing after an attack on oil tanker Sete Bellow by US forces. This is off the coast of Oman and has been reported on the 10th of June. As per the Forward Seamen's Union of India, the victims have been identified as deck cadet Aditya Sharma and engine fitter Shivanand Chaurasia. Meanwhile, a third person on board, Chief Engineer Patnala Suresh, is still missing, while 21 others have been rescued. Joining me now for this discussion are Foreign Affairs expert Mr. Karori Singh. I also have retired Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni, both of them joining us. Mr. Kulkarni in the position of a defense expert. Thank you to you both for joining us. Firstly, what is going to be the impact of this as far as relations are concerned, Mr. Karori Singh?
When there was a strike and counter-strike between Israel and Iran, President Trump told that stop shooting. And in fact, he was trying to mediate between Israel and Iran practically. And now all of a sudden what happened that the US itself started striking Iran. Yeah. How to understand this situation? That is the, yes. You see, the US allegation is that US helicopter has been brought down by Iranian drones. And Iran has vehemently denied that we are not involved in bringing down the US helicopter. Maybe some false flag operation or some covert action, because Israel wants US to remain in this area, and without US should not leave the Hormuz and this Middle East without decimating Iranian capacity. So the US is trying to have negotiations, some deal. And because of that, maybe some false flag operation, I'm not sure about that, but Iran has denied it. And what the American CENTCOM is saying, that it is in the retaliation, in the self-defense, not exactly retaliation, they are saying self-defense. We have fresh strikes on Iran. Whereas Iran is saying we are having retaliatory strikes on Bahrain and Kuwait. So that it's both countries are not accepting that anyone is aggressor. So the CENTCOM is saying that now from our side the strike is over. Whereas President Trump says that the memorandum of understanding is not being reached, the Iranians are not ready to accept the deal, so we may strike again. So Trump's position is different, CENTCOM's position is different. Let us see how things turn out, but I don't think it will escalate to beyond limit. It is not in the US interest to escalate the situation, because during the first phase of war, that was the 40 days war, US was pronounced as aggressor by the global community. Even Pope Leo also condemned the American action in Iran at that point of time. Ultimately, the President Trump sent his foreign minister, his Minister of State, to convince Pope, and he visited the Vatican City. So the Pope is the Christian religious leader and representing 1.4 billion people. So that has impact on the American society as well. All the more the American domestic politics is not in favor of fresh escalation, because the US House of Representatives has already passed a resolution that presidential powers are not unlimited to declare the war. So the pressed by the domestic politics and international situation, and moreover, the European countries like France, Spain, Italy, Germany, they are trying to impose sanctions on Israel. They are considering Israel as aggressor in case of Lebanon, as well as the Freedom Flotilla, human rights workers, how the Israel gave the treatment to them. So, considering all the situation, I don't think US will escalate the situation, but still the deal is far away. Meanwhile, the Qatar delegation is in Tehran again to start
Okay,
some
we'll
kind
come
of
back to that, and I request both my panelists to keep the answers short because we are taking back-to-back